In a country where political power often means wealth, privilege, and endless opportunities, one former member of parliament now lives in quiet agony, far removed from the limelight he once commanded. Today on TMN Media, we bring you the tragic story of Otieno Mak'Onyango, a man who once walked the halls of power, but now struggles to afford even the most basic needs. Welcome to TMN Media, and remember to subscribe. Now, Otieno Mak'Onyango served as the MP for Alego Usonga and also held the post of Assistant Minister. During his time in office, he was once part of Kenya's political elite, seated in parliament, involved in national policy making, and entrusted with welfare of his people. But today, he lives in near total poverty, his health failing, and his dignity quietly slipping away. After retiring from active politics, Mak'Onyango moved to Kibiko in Kajiado County, settling on the lush slopes of the Gong Hills. There, he built a modest mansion, hoping to spend his retirement in peace. The neighborhood is calm and affluent, surrounded by greenery and tranquility. But behind the door of his home lies a different reality. When journalists recently visited him, they found not a man basking in the comfort of retirement, but one fighting to survive, alone, frail, and visibly worn by age and disease. Mak'Onyango welcomed them into his home. No luxury, no staff, no signs of comfort, only the stillness of a man left behind by the very system he once served. The former MP now survives on a pension of just Kenya shillings 8,000 per month, barely enough to cover food, let alone the cost of medication for his chronic conditions. He suffers from both diabetes and hypertension, but regular treatment is now out of reach. Sometimes even basic meals are a struggle to come by. He described his existence as one purely by the grace of God. Mak'Onyango reflected bitterly on the illusion of political prestige. He revealed that during his time in office, much of his salary was consumed by expectation of his constituents, school fees, funerals, fundraisers, and endless demands. By the time he left parliament, he was not richer but poorer than before. He said politics in Kenya can strip you bare if you're not among those who exploit the system. His story is a haunting exception in a country where politicians often exit office wealthier than they entered, where some continue to enjoy government perks and business deals long after their term end. Mak'Onyango fades quietly into hardship. No flashy cars, no pension packages, no high-paying board appointments. He is not alone. However, he is not alone. Other former leaders like John Marimoi, who served during the Moi era, have echoed similar sentiments, describing life after politics as one of loneliness, abandonment, and financial strain. The public, they say, moves on, and employers, wary of hiring ex-politicians, keep their distance. Otieno Mak'Onyango's story is not just about a man, it's a reflection of a system that uses and forgets. It raises tough questions about how Kenya treats its former public servants, especially those who serve with integrity but live with empty pockets. It now challenges the myth that every politician ends up rich, as the nation continues to debate on leadership, corruption, and youth unemployment. Mak'Onyango's story story stands as a painful reminder that not all power leads to prosperity. Some are left behind, voiceless, struggling, and forgotten. Here at TMN Media, we tell the stories others choose to ignore. If this story moved you, share it, comment below, and remember, power is temporary, but dignity should never be.